Okay, time to fit the bar ends. So got specific. I bought a set with just the correct size for the end of the bars. Well, we hope so for my bike. And these are okay. So I think these are two-way adjustable anyway. I think the sleeve is like 14mm and then the other one's slightly smaller, so probably can go in different bars. But what they normally do is when you tighten the end of them, they expand inside the bar, which then keeps them in. These ones are the ones that I prefer. I don't prefer the quite bulky ones and stuff. You can get into quite a lot of technicalities with regards to like the balancing of the bars and stuff. You can get, let's say, for example, there's S1000Rs, the RRs, the BMWs. They have huge like vibrations through the handlebars and stuff, and all different bikes have their quirks. And you can rectify them slightly by putting these weighted bar ends in. These are slightly weighted, but they're not massive and don't protrude a lot. So I do a lot of, like, when you're filtering and stuff, you don't want any extra length on the end of those handlebars, in my opinion. So I just like them nice and flat and just they keep the grip on and all that kind of stuff. They're just cool, like just much better. I prefer the sleeker and slick look. So yeah, I'll show you these ones that I've got. Oopsie daisy, sorry guys, I haven't got the... So yeah, so this is the set that I got. Does it tell you the measurements on there? Oh, there we go, 13 and 18. Don't know where I got 14mm from. So 13 and 18mm bushes. Do those bushes, I think they separate. And there we go, so all we're going to do is, I mean these are already off, as you know. I've had a little kiss there, which is looking gorgeous, so I'll be rectifying that as well. So we just want to go in here. The thing is, what we need to do with our Suzukis is we need to take off this. There's these little bits that stick out, and these won't fit flush because of that. So all we're going to do, guys, is I'm going to mount this camera, and we're just going to hit it with the file and just take those two little bits off, and then these will at least allow these to fit flush. But yeah, should be cool. Stick with me. Okay, so yeah, pop these out the box, and they come with absolutely everything that you need for it, really. You got the Allen key there, so that'll just go in the end of that there. And then obviously when you twist this on, this should push up into, squeeze up into here, and then should spread this open. That's why you get those slits. It should spread it open, and yeah, keep it in the bar. So now that's obviously too loose, so that'll come out now. So hopefully tighten that, and it should stay. But I'm actually going to grab you the camera so you can see this. So you could fit them like this, to be honest, but I'll show you how we're going to take off the bit on the end, if we can. Hoping the camera will show you. Okay, so can you see that? See those two little like birds, two bits that stick out? It doesn't allow it to go flush. So what we need to do is just take them off and then tighten that up. Then we should be all good. Stick with me, big dogs. We'll do that. Okay, so guys, I've pretty much filed my camera a few times trying to show you guys this and get this angle right. So we'll try and figure it out. I'm trying to go further enough from it so that it doesn't keep like zooming in and out. But you can see this little bird here. So there's two of them. So we're getting that nice bit of blurriness. So what I'm going to do, I'm just using a little file, something that I use for like this is an alloy anyway, so it's just like, it's nothing. So all I'm going to do is just literally file that away. It shouldn't take much work, but you sort of get the gist. Let me try and take a bit off and just show you if I can give it a bit of beans quick. See the filings coming off. I need to really get on this nicely for you, do a proper job, because I don't want to wreck my own bike, to be fair. So you can see it's worn away quite a lot, and that's just, one hand with a tiny little file. So I'm going to do this properly now and get it off. Should not take that much, to be honest. Shouldn't take a lot at all. I'm not changing grips and stuff, so I want to try and, I mean, you can see it's been yammed a little bit at the top when it fell, but it is what it is. You can't do much wrong here if you use simple common sense, to be fair, guys. So. And I know all you big dogs have the simple common sense down, so we ain't I ain't too worried about that. It's coming off. I'll just do the one, yeah? And then you guys get the picture. And all this, like these all metal shavings here, big dogs. So you want to get that off with a towel or something after. You do not want to be washing your bike. To be fair, I'm going to move the handlebars and stuff when I do the one above. Just doing this so you guys can see it. Literally, it's that simple. I've got a tiny bit more to take off there, but now I'm starting to touch the other bits, you see. So I don't really want to be doing that. That's sufficient for me. Obviously I'm going to do the top piece, but I won't show you guys that because it just makes the video extra long for no reason. So give me a sec, we'll tune back in. Okay, so let's get this in then. Got our supplied Allen key. Dash that on the floor. So make sure you got all your little filings and that out. And yeah, probably use a set of... How you doing? You okay? You alright? Yeah, you'd hopefully you'd use a pair of gloves because yeah, metal filings in your fingertips, not the greatest. They remind you that you have fingertips at least. Okay, so do you like, depends if you want, there's only one logo, so I'll normally just want to keep it nice and clean, so keep that towards the bottom. Just don't want to be seeing any of that stuff. And then what are we doing? So we're going, maybe I should grip it a bit more. Hello. Good old. Okay, so let's describe to you a little bit how these things work. Okay, so what we need to do is you don't need to do this obviously. I'm just going to show you. Okay, so that pretty much when you tighten this on, this starts to squish, and then that sort of like opens up at the top, or like a flower. So what we need to do is you need to get this to sort of grip in here. So then when you start tightening it, it'll stay in one place and then start expanding. Problem is like if your bar in there isn't clean or it's got some residue and rubbish in there, it'll just keep spinning. So what I need to do on these particular ones for mine, they're not snug. So what I need to do is like start to spread it while it's off the bike. I'll try and show you what I mean. So in my opinion, this is never something I've been able to do by hand. Let me see if I can grab something and sort of describe what I mean. So I really want to be holding onto this end bit and trying to start that. Yeah, I ain't gonna do that by my bare hands. So what I'll do is I'll try and grip it with something. That whole bit's like all connected anyway, so I need to just a little bit start to get it to expand. You gotta be careful here because even the slightest bit will, yeah, it'll really expand quite a lot. Because remember that was snug before. Okay, so that's gripping now, but I know this wouldn't. Yeah, see, it's just spinning in the barrel here. So try again. To be fair with mine, they're probably going to need to be pretty. I'm going to probably whack them in. I was thinking to maybe get like a tiny bit of rubber around a tiny bit of like old bicycle tire or something and put it there just so it grips a bit easier. But that's just dodgy because if that starts to perish and stuff inside there. Okay, so there again. Maybe I've gone a bit too far here, but okay. Okay, so that's pretty snug. Let's get the Oxford side down to the bottom. Yeah, see it's spinning, but I think I've got a bit of something inside my handlebar. Because really, what you don't really want it to spin like that. I just want to see if it's this is nothing, right? This is just this black edges holding onto it's doing nothing. I just want to, yeah. There we go. See that? You'll know when it starts to grip because, yep, it won't want to go lots. Because you saw me whacking it in there. That's just, sorry, that's just crap from this towel. But you'll know. Yeah, it won't, because as you saw me whacking it in there quite hard, it won't want to go loads. But see, we get no spin here, nothing. So that means that has tightened on. Now this can be a frustrating job to try and get it to grip in there, and you'll see what I mean. I've had the same thing when fitting the ram mounts and stuff to get it to grip inside here is the hard part. So the trick is here to just sort of inspect inside the tube and just make sure there's no greases and grits and stuff. And then you do what I do, you progressively just wind this on off the bike, and then you shove it, get that in there nice and hard. Just smash it in there, as you do. Just smash it in there nice and hard, and then you'll get this. And you'll know if it's not right, because this will all spin and stuff like that. I mean, obviously that's moving the rubber bit, but yeah, when that's tight and pressing on this, then you'll know when it's tight. But don't keep going, because it's alloy and stuff, and you'll just strip it. So just nip it, just a little nip like I did. Just nip it slightly, and now you're in. You can try and pry it out. That ain't going nowhere. You can use, I mean, I wouldn't go over the top and start using screwdrivers and shit. That's going to stay there. And then you just do identical to the other side. You don't want to damage this look though, like the nice anodized, you know, the nice painted, coloured anodized look. You don't want to scratch it and stuff. But see what I mean? They're so nice and, what is the word called? Like just minimalist, really. Just try and show you how nice they look compared to the big bulky ones. Yes, they're still weighted and stuff, but not massively. Uh-oh, it's all kicking off. How's it going? You okay? Uh-oh. Hello, little guy. Hello. Okay, big dogs. I most definitely lost track there because people came past, started chatting. Totally lost track. So yeah, just remember, nip them up slightly before. Make sure there's no residue and stuff inside the tube. Now the reason why I say the reason why I say this is because you probably will have something if you've had bar ends before and they've come out. If you haven't had anything, they're going to be nice and clean. You shouldn't have any issues. But let's say for example, on the other side, on the throttle side inside the tube on mine, there was lots of like excess rubber and gunk from the previous ones that were on. So it just kept spinning even when I put it in there quite tight. So yeah, just keep that in mind. But look how slick that looks. Nice, huh? Much better than those chunky ones, guys. Seriously, much better than the chunky ones. Definitely go for these. Beautiful. Slightly weighted. Just nice, just classy. And you know, you just like to keep it classy, big dogs. Look at that. Nice and slick. So yeah, that's us, big dogs. Just remember, clean the tube, nip them up slightly off the bike because they're just going to slide it. You know, you will not get any grip in there. And it's an easy install, but it can be hassle to tighten them up. So give yourself a couple of minutes on it. Be realistic. You might need to clean, you might need to nip it up slightly more. Basically, it's got to be nice and really snug when you put it in there. And then it will grip and you'll be able to tighten it up. But yeah, definitely does the job. Look great. And yeah, see me on the next video, big dogs.